Hey guys, I hope you're doing okay. I just got home from a very late night at work. I just started a new job. I work in a group home, and the hours are a little wonky, but it's a job, and I'm working, I'm making money, I'm helping people, so you can't complain, right? But I just had some thoughts that I wanted to run past you guys and especially with those of you that have autism out there, like this guy. A lot of us have trouble reading those nonverbal body language cues, right? And just identifying when people are feeling a certain way or when somebody wants to leave the conversation or when we're talking too much or when the person isn't interested or when the person is upset or sad or all of those sorts of things. And I've practiced that stuff. I've practiced it a lot throughout my life, and I've gotten better at it. But I'm always kind of not quite satisfied with my performance. Hey, the story of my life. I'm constantly just trying to improve. I feel like I'm never happy with where I'm at, but hey, man, some of the greatest people. I feel like some of the greatest people in the world. That's what their mentality is that they just got to keep improving, that they're not ever really satisfied. Be that as it may, it might not be the healthiest thing, and I'm certainly not one of the greatest people in the world, way far away from it, but, so I have that drive. But getting back to the nonverbal body language thing, I just started this new job, and it's working in group homes, in a group home, and I work with four individuals, and it's only going to be like a 6 week gig until I go back to Madison. And so I've worked a couple of shifts already, and first off, just amazing work. Number one with these individuals, in group homes. Of course, if you ever get a job like this, you're going to realize that some of these people have severe uh, deficits working against them and just some sad stuff going on, but that's when you can come in and make a difference, right? And that's where I feel like my place is that some of these people are just, their quality of life is pretty poor, but um I see an opening, I see a gap to make a difference in their lives and just to like bring them some happiness. Play a puzzle with them, play a board game, do sensory activities. So there's a gentleman I work with who, he likes, if you take a brush and brush his hair, and he's intellectually disabled, whatever. And just the simple things matter. Now, in this group home, I work with these four individuals, as I just said, and my coworkers, they are really great people. They're great team workers, they're great at working in a team. Team workers, that's not a word. It's late. Give me a break, guys. It's like freaking 11:30. I don't know. I just took a shower. I'm really kind of just tired right now. But reading nonverbal body language, I've really had to work hard at that in this house because a lot of the people, that I work with aren't speaking English as their first language. And so it's been a tremendously, insightful learning experience because, I'm learning to have to communicate and to recognize with nonverbal cues. And instead of just talking, how we would usually talk to one another, I'm having to communicate with, head nods, and I'm having to communicate with my body to the people I'm working with to relay messages to them that ordinarily I wouldn't have to as much. And so, I would say that if you guys have autism out there, just keep working at reading those nonverbal body cues. There was a horse a long time ago. There was this horse. Okay, who knows what his name was? Let's just call him Horse. And he was amazing at reading nonverbal body cues. Okay. And in actuality, in reality, he tricked a ton of people into thinking that he could solve math because he could read his owner's nonverbal body cues. His owner would literally bring him out to a group of people and tell him, not tell the horse, obviously, they're not talking to one another because that would be kind of weird if a horse started talking, although that would be really awesome. But anyways, right? So the owner would bring the horse out to a group of people and he would tell the group of people, he'd say, hey, listen, look at my horse. My horse can do math. How amazing is that? My horse can do math. Watch. And the horse would come out into the group of people and it would tap out a certain number of stops or, pats on the ground or whatever as an answer to a math question. What's 2 plus 1? The horse would tap. Right? Okay. But the horse was looking at its owner and reading its owner's nonverbal body language and stopping at a certain point when its owner made a cue, or moved his body in a certain way, right? So if a horse can do it, we certainly can do it as people on the spectrum, no matter how hard it may seem sometimes, no matter how many times we may mess up and make a fool of ourselves and misinterpret messages and piss people off and just feel depressed because we can't get it right. Well, you know what? You can get it right sometimes. You're not going to get it right all the time, and that's okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.